Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Capricorn. The Sun, your extroverted personality, is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the star. The Sun is a dwarf star, and now the Sun can give you, through the star, the empowerment to be even bigger than the Sun, to be a really big star. Stardom. We all want that, but then when we get it, we realize it's a lot of responsibility all of a sudden shining upon us. Is giving the light to the moon. The moon, your subconscious, your feelings, is giving a light. So you can look within. It's like a light that gives you finally the aspects to look deep within. And of course the moon is in your sign. So you can see where you're still attached to, or where you cut off from source. The Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the Fool. And so through this stardom you take a big leap of faith into the unknown, into the new beginning. You are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the world. So you want to be a star here on planet Earth. You want to take that step, the 21st major arcana, the 22nd major arcana, or the 0, right? See that you can take that step, but you need to always be attentive. If you get cut off, if you get stuck in a hierarchy, in a structure, because that's what Saturn is all about. Structure, borders, lessons. He's the big teacher. And so for you, it's clear you need to awaken to always be observant. The yoga pose for Aquarius, the star. Here we come into Santolanasana, side plank, one leg and one arm up in the air, because it's an air sign, and then one arm and one leg down on water and earth. For you, dancer pose, because you love to climb, you love to go high, the highest point, right? You're the goat. Go to the third eye, to the 6th chakra, because you are the Queen of Pentacles. As a court card, right? If your birthday is between December 12th and January 8th, she is your court card. So she is the boss. Very easy comes to you to tell people what to do. You're the 10th zodiac sign, and so also connected to the 10th house of here, career and success. And you see she's reaching to the sun. That's for her clear, right? The sun is the center of our solar system, and now you get the help through Aquarius, right? And Aquarius comes after you, so you may even have Aquarius energy in you if your birthday is after the 8th of January. Observe, watch, see, learn, and become aware. That's what we're doing when we do these readings. Back to the last reading, you had a new moon and Capricorn Sun. You had both the Sun and the new moon in your sign, and the message was, today's the day where you'll plant a seed for your next 6 months. And I hope you did plant a seed. I hope you are aware of what's going on around you. I hope you do see that everything is influencing us through the planets. But we also can empower ourselves, right? And in that empowerment, don't work. Dance. Dance into success and become really a loving and kind person by doing that. So we start with her, And the first card that's coming is here, the Magician. I mean, what do you want? That's Mercury. Mercury brings you the information that you have the power to handle your third eye. That's why you're wearing a mask. Amazing, right? And so here you have the power, you have the action, you have the information. The 10 and the 1 is the 11, a portal that is telling you right away, yes, you can. Whatever it is, you can make it manifest. Very beautiful, right? Right away you are like, bam, you get the information. Now what is Mercury telling you? Mercury is bringing you here the 22, the ghost dance. And the 22, like I said, is the Fool. So here you have that foolish idea to be a star, to be someone of significance. And you gotta learn to accept that your ancestors, the ghost of the past, have to be acknowledged. If there is anything still giving you the feeling that you might not be good enough for this or this, then you might need to look at it now. So you have an 11 and immediately the 22 after. Look at that. This is like the school of secret brotherhoods created the 11, the 22, and the 33 degrees steps. In between, of course, we have the other numbers, but that's where you're learning to become an 11, the first degree of mastery, a 22, the second degree of mastery, and the 33, the third degree of mastery. And that's then where it ends. They say we have 33 vertebrae. And so learn to access the spine, learn to trust that here through the ghost dance that you recognize your ancestors. She's holding the third eye in between her palms with the wand, and you know that when you look into the third eye, you see your ancestors coming to you and helping you to trust, right? Now, what is, of course, the ghost dance saying? I just want to let you know. It's a really beautiful message. And the ghost dance, as an invitation, is letting you know the ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you, receive the gifts of those that have come before you, and write a new story for your life. There you go. So you see the 11 and the 22 is talking here clearly. Make a conscious choice to include your ancestors and learn to be the magician. Now, what is the Mother Peace Tarot saying? The 9 of Pentacles to the left are coming up. And the 9 of Pentacles, that's Venus in Virgo. Now here, this healer is creating sand paintings in the desert, and she is in the midst of creating the 10th painting. But you see 9, right? And the 9 is the completion, and after the completion comes the 10. That's where you understand that you have taken the power into your hands. This is where you see the 10th painting that she is creating deep within her. She's creating the 10. So the 9 plus the 1 of the magician is the 10. And here she sits creating the 10th sand painting. So you are actually now becoming totally independent. With the 1 and the 9 you have a 10 here. Then you have a 10-10 portal. That's also an 11. So the 11 stays. Nothing has changed because the 9 gives itself up. So beautiful already what's coming. And then you have the 22. You include the ghosts. You include your ancestors. And that's why you're able to do here the 10th sand painting. And the 10 is the completion. It's Mercury in Virgo. Mercury, the magician. That's a lot of money. So out of money, you make more money. Because you know how to do it. And you know you can. Right? Now, usually to the left, they say, well, it's negative. It's not, right? It's going within. Learning this within. And then when you become the card, you realize it's going to the right. So that which you have understood within, you can then live on the without. And that's the message here. 11:22, right? We leave that. Then comes, of course, the soul aspect of you. And you get the 4 of Swords. That's Jupiter in Libra. So rest. Take time to digest this, right? Because this is intense. You have the 11, the 22. The 22, when we calculate together, we get also a 4. The 15 and the 4 is the 19. The sun, the dwarf star, is now giving you the information through Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is the mind, to rest and digest it, because the 19 then turns into a 10 again, and that's you, the success. That's the 10 of Pentacles, which she is creating here. You are creating success. But you need to rest. You need to know when is the right time to also be relaxed. What is coming from Aquarius? The Tower. So this is the number 16, that's Mars. 16 and 4 is 20. 20 is Pluto. Pluto just moved into Aquarius for good, for 20 years. And we're gonna be in the Swords. A lot of mental activities is gonna come upon us. A lot of information. Know when to rest. Know when it's too much. But we can also create here a 7 out of the 16. That's the emotional intelligence. Plus the 4. Again, you get an 11. Then you have an 11-11 portal. Amazing. But I can also then here we had the 19, right? The 10 and the 7 is the 17. That's Aquarius. So Aquarius is affecting you. You got to know when to let go. Wow, amazing message already. Now, what is Mars bringing? What wants to leave? What wants to leave is here the Gazelle. Ay, ay, ay. So she is the mother of all mothers. She's a fire sign. You see the triangle pointing up and you see the sun behind her. And that's you, right? You reaching for the sun. Look at you. And so she's bringing you a really beautiful message, because it's that moment where you know that you have to let go something so that you can become this beautiful animal. Heightened awareness and ability. Vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the beauty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. So you see that she lets you know, rest. When this happens, right, you realize, okay, in the midst of your meditation, you might see things leaving, and she appears to assure you, rest. You're the mother, and you are the mother for yourself as well. And so she's the number 8 of the animals in the fire element. And so the 7 and the 8 is the 15. That is you. So then you have a 15 portal or a 6-6 portal. And learn to accept that you gotta take the time for yourself. Yes, you gotta do a lot of things. When you are successful, right, you have then, of course, a lot of responsibilities when you reach to the star, when you reach up, right? That's what it is. But be aware, right? Are you working or are you dancing? And so I can, of course, create an 11 and then leave the 8. That could be a date, the 8th of November or the 11th of August. But the 8 and the 6, that's the 14, and the 14 is temperance. Out of the 14, you get, of course, then the 5 senses that you need to overcome to get into the third eye, into the 6th sense, right? So the message is very clear here. Now, what is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? You're getting yourself. And here in this deck, right, this is Capricorn as he creates structures, as he creates his own prison through the success. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and he's on the 5th level. Now the 5th level is always here, the 5th chakra, but you need to go to the third eye, you need to go into the cloud, you need to go into the unseen world, and you need to know that here now you have a 15-15 portal or a 6-6 portal, right? Then we have here the 11, the 1-1, and we have the gazelle separate, the 8, the strength or the infinite strength for you to know that you can do it, that you can take action, and in that action you know exactly where it's going. So trust that you don't want to fall prey of this kind of devil aspect, because the devil is the darkest month of the year. And of course they create it out of you because it's the darkest month, the negative aspect of what the dark side means. But there is also a positive side to it. We have the fertile ground, we have the success, we have the financial climbing. All that can be done without any of the attachments, any of these structures. So you need to be vigilant. You need to be a revolutionary personality to take each time a new step and see, am I attached? Am I getting stuck into a system that holds me prisoner? That's where you learn to meditate and to let go what doesn't work. But we also have the 20 here. The 20, and of course the 8 is the 28. That's then a 10. So the 10 is here again. The 10 and the 15, the 25, the 7. The 7 and the 6, the 13. The 13, the transformation to become a 4. The 4 is left. So now you know meditation is important, and you gotta rest, and you gotta know what is important and what is not. Now we were looking at the world. What is the world wanting to tell you? And the first thing that came is the Death card. There we go. Let go of the things that leave. Let go of the things that crumble. Don't hold on like she's holding on, right? And again, out of the 13, you get the 4 that was left. So you have a 4-4 portal. Find deep within you the lesson that you are learning, the liberation that you're getting. And you see the 3 here from the 21, and the 4 is the 7, the emotional intelligence. Again, the 7 is a very important number because it's our crown chakra. It's the last physical chakra. And so you have a 7-7. Let go of the things. And when you arrive here, you can see what's not working anymore. You just become more like an eagle that's looking down and saying, okay, that's not working. And remember, the 15 turns into a 6. So the 7 is the next step for you. You see in the third eye, and then you can reach through the third eye into the 7th chakra. So the world, and here the death card, things gotta go. It's just inevitable. Now, what is Scorpio bringing you? It's bringing you the Ace of Cups. One love drop that is falling into this beautiful cup. The Ace of Cups, that's the love that you have. The one cup that the magician is master of. And you realize that you have now not only 4 times the 1, but you have 5 times the 1. And 5 times the 1 is then here again, 5th chakra, right? Learn to speak about the things that you see in the third eye and learn to overcome, right? The fact that things shift and change all the time. And so the 7 and the 1 is the 8, right? The 8 that is here letting you know you can find peacefulness deep within you, and in that peacefulness you understand the next move. So the world, right, Saturn is letting you know here comes a transformation. The 4 and the 1 is the 5. You are learning that in the 5 is the power to speak your truth and make it loving. Then the 3 is the 8. The 8, the infinite knowledge is here with you, so use it. What is coming from your deck? The 2 of Cups. So you have the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups, that's 3 cups. Celebrate. This is Venus in Cancer, and Cancer is opposite of you. That's where you learn to love yourself, right? With the Ace of Cups as the first sign that is giving you now the 2 of Cups, and that's of course a relationship, and that relationship, I always say, is first with you. And when you have a great relationship with yourself, then the partner is coming and brings you exactly that which you are already. And then you can really create here a very new way of harmony, partnership, and a peacefulness in a relationship, because we're used to think that a relationship always has to struggle. There's always a fight or something. So the 4 and the 2 is the 6. There is a self-love. The 6 and the 3 is the 9. There is completion. The 9 and the 1 is the 10, right? And so you are learning in the 10, the completion, that you are working on that. You are working on the 10th here, sand painting, and you doing that deep within. What is coming through the Mother Piece Tarot? You are getting the Daughter of Cups. And the Daughter of Cups is here in the spring, in this well, and she's cleansing herself. This is, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, right? And Scorpio is here through the transformation. Pisces is not here, but Pisces is holding the Holy Grail and is going on a search for it, right? And so you know that you have help. You know that you have all 3 here. You know that when you go into water, when you take a bath, that's when you heal. That's when you understand, now I am complete. So the 2 and the 1, 3 cups, and 3 is the 33. So you have the 11, the 22, and the 33. Very clear. You get a sign that something is coming, a big love. First of all, you have realized that you love yourself, right? Through letting go of what's not working. And the self-love is so strong that that is attracting now a new relationship. And that relationship comes because you're taking care of yourself, you're taking here a bath, and you are this beautiful personality that is learning to really be herself, right? And she's the world, and she shows to the world that she takes care of herself. So altogether, we had here the 4 and the 3 is the 7 and the 2 is the 9 and the 3 is the 12. The 12 and the 1 is the 13. The 4 is left. And so here the 4 was left too. So you have the 11, the 22, the 33, and the 44. The 44 is your heart. You know in your heart what you got to do to achieve now what has come up through this reading, what comes up through the stardom. When you want to be a star, you gotta be clear that you are the magician, that you are incorporating your ancestors, that you're creating the ghost dance, that you are creating the 10th painting, sand painting right here in the desert. And you know these things are poof, again, gone, right? You know that you have to meditate. When things fall apart, they have to go, and out of that you get more relaxation, more trust to who you really are. And you know that this structure that you sometimes create yourself is something that you also can destroy, right? That you can let go of that. And then the transformation is imminent. You are shedding constantly. We're going into the year of the snake. The snake sheds her skin constantly. And here you got the Ace of Cups, the purest love there is, right? The spiritual love. And out of that, you find a relationship, you find a partner, because you have taken a bath in that cup, right? You are now immersed in this spiritual love, and you know how real deep love feels, and you would not share that with just anybody anymore, but you give it no matter who is in front of you, because you take care of yourself. And so the love that is here coming to you, the Ace of Cups, is the love that you have asked to give yourself. You have seen that in the third eye. You have seen that that love is the love that you have created, and as such, you know that the third eye is where you're climbing up, so that you can dance and enjoy and love whoever is around you. Wow, what a beautiful message. Amazing. I hope I see you in the next reading. The sun will be then in Pisces. Pisces didn't come up, but I feel like this is Pisces, right? The Ace of Cups. He very proudly holds this cup up and searches for love, and he never gives up, right? He is going and going, and we know, right, that's where the magician is searching for the love that is always out there when it's within you. And I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.